Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're unpacking something that's absolutely fundamentally transforming professional service businesses. We're talking about scaling your firm smartly without the massive headaches of traditional hiring. If you've ever felt like your firm is just hitting an invisible ceiling, or if you love the idea of growth but totally dread the logistical nightmare of expanding your team, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down the white label accounting model, what it is, why it works like a charm, and how it can completely redefine your firm's growth trajectory. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the growth bottleneck.
So it's kind of this fascinating paradox in business, right? As your firm grows, client expectations grow right alongside it. You really have to ask yourself, are you literally turning away clients because your team is just completely overloaded? Or maybe you're struggling to hire experienced accountants to handle all that overflow. This is a super pressing, honestly painful reality for so many successful firms. Think about the tragedy of that scenario for a second. You've done the hard work, you've marketed, you've built the trust, and you've generated the leads. A potential client is literally right at your door, ready to pay for your expertise, and you have to say no. Why? Because your team is totally maxed out. Finding, vetting, and hiring truly experienced folks in today's market is an immense struggle. You are literally leaving money and growth on the table because your internal infrastructure just can't support it.
And there's a serious domino effect when you hit that capacity wall. On one hand, you've got those in-house struggles. We all know building an internal team is absolutely not a quick fix. Hiring is insanely expensive. Training those new hires, super time-consuming. And then, once they're finally trained up, you've got this ongoing burden of management overhead. But here's the real kicker. That internal friction doesn't just stay neatly tucked away in the back office. It bleeds straight out into your client relationships. When your team is stretched way too thin, you start seeing delays in bookkeeping, massive bottlenecks in tax prep, and sluggish financial reporting. And all of that external damage really hits client satisfaction hard. You're basically spending way more time and money internally, only to deliver a much slower, frustrating experience externally. It's a vicious cycle.
But hey, there is actually a way out of this cycle, which brings us to Section 2, the white label solution.
Now, what's really interesting here is exactly how we define this. White label accounting basically means outsourcing your accounting work to an experienced, trusted partner, but, and this is absolutely crucial, you deliver all of those services completely under your own brand name. The emphasis here is totally on protecting your brand. This isn't about just handing your hard-earned clients over to a third party and waving goodbye to the relationship. No way. Your clients only ever see your firm's name. It's completely seamless. You maintain the trust, the relationship, and the brand equity you've worked so hard to build, while this invisible, highly experienced partner team handles all the heavy lifting right behind the scenes.
Just think about the formidable breadth of services a trusted partner can actually take off your plate. On the core accounting side, you've got the heavy foundational work, right? Detailed bookkeeping, generating rock-solid financial statements, and rigorous tax preparation. Then you look at cash and payroll. These are the constant high-frequency tasks, running payroll, managing accounts payable, tracking down accounts receivable. I mean, think about how many hours your internal team spends just grinding through these specific tasks every single week. By bringing in a white label partner, all of these critical, super time-consuming services are handled expertly behind the scenes. It literally frees you up completely.
Let's move on and see how this all builds together. Section 3, scaling your accounting firm. So how does moving those core accounting and payroll tasks to a partner actually change your day-to-day operational reality? Well, the impacts are immediate and they are profound. First off, you immediately unlock way faster turnaround times. Because you've got this dedicated, experienced team handling the back end, those annoying delays in reporting and tax prep, they just vanish. Next up, you see lower operational costs. Remember all that expensive hiring and management overhead we were just talking about? Yeah, that gets significantly reduced. Third is improved accuracy. You're leveraging a specialized partner whose entire focus is getting the math exactly right. And finally, the whole point of the exercise, the ability to serve way more clients. So the really crucial takeaway here is that you're getting all of these incredible operational upgrades. We're talking faster speed, lower costs, better accuracy, and higher capacity. And you're doing it all without increasing your internal headcount by a single person. Let's actually tie this whole thing together and look at this step-by-step evolution of a firm that adopts this model. Step 1, you scale up without the massive burden of hiring extra staff. Step 2, because you're avoiding all those traditional hiring costs, you immediately slash your operational expenses. Step 3, since you're working with a top-tier partner, you continue to deliver incredibly high-quality accounting services. Now, Step 4 is where the magic really happens. Because you're no longer bogged down in the weeds of bookkeeping or managing new hires, you can finally focus your time and energy on what actually matters:
client relationships, and business growth. Which leads directly into step 5. You massively increase your overall profitability, and you do it all while maintaining complete, 100% ownership of your brand. It's just a beautifully logical progression from pure operational efficiency straight to maximum profitability. So, I want to leave you with this final thought and a bit of a challenge. Are you ready to grow your accounting firm without the hiring headaches? We've seen exactly how the traditional model creates these massive bottlenecks, and we've explored how the white label model offers this streamlined, super efficient alternative to boost client satisfaction and maximize your profits. It really challenges the old way of doing things, doesn't it? If you're tired of turning away business or you're just exhausted from struggling to manage an in-house team, it might seriously be time to discover how this smart scaling solution can work for you. Reach out, learn more, and finally take back control of your firm's growth. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you a fresh, exciting perspective on the future of your business.